Hi Year 4, sorry about part 1 of this video, it did cut off, and as I was explaining about the paragraphs, so I want you to think when you're writing your diary entry, have I used paragraphs? And I can see here that yes I have, although they're not really obvious because the end of this paragraph came to the end of the line, so I didn't have to explicitly start a new paragraph, but I would have if this sentence stopped maybe more here or midway across the line. But I can see here that I've got my two subjects. This subject is talking about the den, whereas this subject is talking about the food. So I need to have those different paragraphs there too. And I think, yes, I am happy. I've used my adverbials of time, such as soon, and I've also used lots and lots of really ambitious vocabulary, such as wonderful, luxurious, deserted, tirelessly. So now we are going to have a go at writing our more events paragraph. So all about those extra events that we didn't speak about in our main events paragraph. Now, I can see here I've got even less space than the previous paragraph all about our main events. Now, if you've got quite a lot of detail in your more events box, then this is the time to really choose what you think is going to bring the best out of your writing and what you're going to make sure that you can write the best about. Now, all of your sentence starters will begin with the words after that I. So what did you do after the previous thing you did? And my previous thing is that I found some food. Now, after I found some food, I decided I didn't want to see a variety of animals, but what I did want to do is I wanted to tell my reader that I climbed a tree. Now, I'm thinking, well, what led me to climb this tree? Because I didn't just climb a tree. What did I see before I climbed the tree? Now, I saw a monkey, but not just any old monkey, a mischievous, cheeky monkey. And what was the monkey doing? Rubbing its hands together near a beehive. So I can see I've got my prepositional phrase here, near a beehive. I was incredibly curious, so not just curious, incredibly curious, and went to observe what he was doing. So here I haven't even mentioned that I've climbed a tree yet. I've just stated what I saw that's going to lead me to climbing the tree. And now I can really start to say what the monkey was doing and then what I did in response. And what I did in response is climb the tree. But first I need to state why the monkey was doing this so my reader knows what I've really been up to in the rainforest. So I could write, he was rubbing ants in his hands and using this as a repellent to retrieve some honey from the bees without being stung. So I've got there, without being stung, this exclamation mark, getting this excitement out of here that I couldn't believe that this monkey had not been stung. Since I was immersing myself into the rainforest climate, I also had a go. So now I'm talking about where I'm climbing the tree, so I rubbed some tiny, delicate ants, not just any ants, some tiny, some delicate ants, in my hands, slowly climbed the tree and ripped some of the sticky, fresh honey off. And I can see here, well, can you spot any of the features of a diary that I've used in this paragraph? Pause the video and have a think. Did you spot that I've got these expanded noun phrases throughout? I've got the mischievous cheeky monkey, tiny delicate ants, sticky fresh honey. I've got these adverbs. I've slowly climbed the tree. Incredibly curious. So I've got lots of these ambitious words that really make my writing really come alive and make the reader imagine. Now, I want you to read this paragraph. Are you happy with it? Can we move on? Okay, so our conclusion then. So our conclusion is starting with the words, I hope tomorrow. So this is where you could get some of your feelings in there. You might say, I hope tomorrow is going to be better. I hope tomorrow I might be able to try and get out of here and go home. And I can see that my conclusion is all about the raft. However, I haven't actually built a raft in this diary. I haven't spoke about the raft. And you might find that when you get to your conclusion, in your conclusion it doesn't actually match up with what you've decided to write about, and that's fine, because what you can just do is alter your conclusion a little bit to make it make that bit more sense. So I'm going to say, well, I'm thinking, how do I feel? Well, I hope tomorrow will be a better day. I still feel, so those thoughts and feelings, incredibly worried that I may never find my way back home. So I've got some thoughts and feelings in there now. Despite me being worried that I might never find my way back home, what am I going to do tomorrow to try and help that? Well, I could bring the raft in there, but instead of saying that I want to see if I'm going to get any further in my raft, I might say that I'm going to attempt to make a raft tomorrow because I want to sail down the flowing river to Manaus to get rescued there. Where was Manaus? That's right, Manaus was in Brazil, wasn't it? And now everyone who Fred's with, who I'm with, is trying to go to Manaus too, but my reader doesn't know about the other friends yet. If you want to include the other friends in there, that's absolutely fine, but I just chose not to. Now, I'm going to add one more line in here because I haven't got much more space, but I just want to make a point of saying, after the day I've had today, it can't get any worse. And this sentence here, after the day I've had today, could be an example of adverbials of time, but as a phrase, because it's really talking about after the day I've had today. When is that? Well, it's after the day I've had today. It can't get any worse. And I've again used that exclamation mark in there to emphasize that I am really feeling quite passionately about this now and I can't let it get any worse. And then you sign it as Fred. Okay, so everyone will be signing it as Fred because you are all Fred today. Okay, now that is how you are going to have a go at writing your diary entry. So you're going to use your diary entry plan from Friday and this structure here that I've given you to write your diary entry. So remember the first part, today has been a disaster, all about your introduction, the who, the what, the where, the when. Then your main event, I decided to, what did you do? Some of you might have decided you're going to talk about the friends that you made, and that's fine. And then what did you do after? Some of the littler events. And then your conclusion, I hope tomorrow will be better. I hope tomorrow will be different. Why? What are you going to do? And then from Fred. Okay, so that is your task for today. Okay, I really want you to have no more than an A4 page, so just one page of your diary entry. I don't want you to write any more than that because that will be a bit too long, okay? That's why I've given you this structure to help you make sure you're not writing too much, but also that you're writing enough. I'm really excited to see these year 4. Really try and make sure that you use all the features that we've been learning about so far. And in tomorrow's lesson, we're going to edit our diary entries together. And I'm going to edit mine with you, and then you're going to have a go at editing yours. Okay? Thank you for listening. Have a lovely rest of your day, and I will see you in our next lesson. Goodbye, year 4.